Hello, friends. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Happy Readathon Rebellion. We are almost at the end of September in this readathon, which is so crazy. It doesn't feel like we should be at the end of this readathon yet. Please let me know what you're going to be reading in the comments. Hello. I'm going to be switching back between We Love You, Bunny, which I'm having a wonderful time with. I'm about halfway through this. And then The Second Death of Locke, which I am on page like 100 and also thoroughly enjoying. This is so good. So those are my two. Hi, Sophia. Reading Inamorata by Ava Reed. Just a few chapters in, but enjoying it so far. Ooh, that's one that I really want to read. I feel like Ava Reed can be sort of hit or miss for me, but I like her writing. Like, I wish that I loved all of her books, but I'm glad to hear that that one's working for you. Hello, I'll be reading The Dream Gatherer and hoping to edit another 10 minutes of footage for my current video. Very nice. I'm currently filming like 3 vlogs. And it's getting a little chaotic and crazy. So I hope that your editing and filming is going better and less confusing. Hello, Nat. Listening to Winterlight by Kristen Britton and working on my reading journal spread. Dude, I still need to do my reading journal for October. I like sort of sketched it out the other day when we were watching Yellowstone. But I need to like finalize it and actually do it. Hello. Hello, besties. Let me know what you're going to be reading. Reading God of Fury. Is that the John Gwynne book? Or am I mistaken? End papers for. No. Where's my phone? Should I look them up? End papers. Is it like a night type thing? Oh my god, please. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Wait, what is this book about? Is it vampires? Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. Stunning. It looks so gothic. Okay. Okay. Playing Bookshop Simulator and listening to The Botanist Guide to Rituals and Revenge before I have to leave for work. Making my way through Kiss Me Maybe by Gabriela Gomez. Very nice. Finished Wildcard this morning and loved it. I don't think I've heard a singular person say that they haven't liked that book. My favorite Elsie book so far, and now I'm going to start Anathema. Ooh. I need to just skip to Wildcard. I've made my peace that the other books probably will not be for me, but I want to read at least that one. Setting up my October books for both readathons, the base one and the side quest one. Oh, so nice. Dude, I'm so excited for October. I feel like sometimes in the fall, I set like too high of reading expectations because I'm just like so excited because it's like peak reading vibes. And then I end up like not reading anything because I just get too stressed by my own machinations. But this year has been banger after banger after banger. Thank you. Toss. I'm still getting used to it. Like it feels so nice to have short hair, but it feels so different. But I like love it. I love it so much. Oh, Rena Kent. Yeah, that seems more up your alley. I was like, dang, girl, John Gwynne. Reading my Oxford year. Hello, Nicole. Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Oh, very cutesy. Oh my gosh. I'm sending thoughts and prayers to you, friends. All I can do is stare at the wall. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Also, what did you rate it? Is it 5-star? It's on yeah, I think that's where I saw it. Oh my god, it looks so good. Wait, but isn't that book coming out? Oh, maybe it's just a special edition. Um, First edition US hardcover of Inamorata will have these end papers as well as beautiful sprayed edges. It says that it's out on March 17th, 2026. Wait, do I have an arc for this? I can't remember. It's very, very pretty though. I just like, I don't know because she's such a hit or miss author. Thank you. Reading Watch Your Back by Tate James. Watch Your Back. Not night, but night-like. Okay. I think I'm gonna finish an arc before jumping into some cleaning with some alks. Very nice. So many arcs to catch up on and coming out soon. Yeah, I have a couple for October that I need to get to. Hello, how's it going? What are you up to today? Currently doing, oh my gosh, that what even is that? I'll switch to Zodiac Academy too soon. It sounds like you deserve a brain break from even that coursework name. Reading the new KU novellas. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. Everyone has been very excited for them. Thank you. Howdy, howdy. I need to lock in October catch up with the Empire of the Vampire read along. Yeah, I meant to start the audiobook for that this weekend, but then switching to doing this like 24-hour readathon, which I'm so happy that I'm doing. Empire of the Vampire will probably be one that I start on like Monday, and it will carry into the first week of October, and then I'll read Empire of the Dawn like in October as well. But I'm so excited. Oh my god, please don't apologize. Going to read more of The Compound during the first sprint. I do not like it. I will DNF it. It's a library pick, so I've heard good things about that one though. Don't know what I'm reading, but we'll continue with my early excerpt of oh my gosh, so stunning. I'm so jealous. That comes out on this upcoming Tuesday, right? September 30th. Hi, Claire. Just waking, we'll be getting some breakfast, lunch, and reading By the Horns by Ruby Dixon. Oh, slay. What are you getting for breakfast? Heavy interpersonal drama. I would say anything that's like messy. Like for that prompt, I read Arcana Academy because like the headmaster is the love interest and he makes her like his bride to like protect her, and that was like messy interpersonal drama. So any like complicated relationships or like I think this one, Second Death of Locke, would also count for that because like she's a knight and he's a mage, but she's his source of power. But then there's like yearning and seemingly unrequited love. Like that's very messy. You know what I mean? I would also say that Bunny or We Love You Bunny would count for that because the relationships that these girls have with each other is so crazy. Like you could really make it work for a lot of different things as long as there's like messy things going on with the characters. I want to love her more than I do for some books, you know what I mean? Just started Alchemize yesterday and taking it very slow because it's pretty dense and dark, but it's good. Oh my gosh. Good luck with that. Oh, thank you. You guys are very sweet. Reading Alchemized. The Compound is slow. Interesting. Definitely get the high fall reading expectations. It happens to me every single year, I swear. Drinking some coffee on this slow Saturday, reading Bunny and the Odyssey. Oh my gosh, so stunning. That is incredible. Also, is this your first read of Bunny? Please let me know. I read the Odyssey by Emily Wilson, I think is her name. It's like a translated or like reworked, not reworked. It's a translated version of the Odyssey. It was the first one that was done by a woman, and she just made it much more like readable. She didn't change anything in the text itself, but she just made it a lot easier to read for someone who's not super familiar with like classics. And then I read it a couple years ago and I really, really loved it. And then she recently just did the Iliad as well. And I've been meaning to pick that up from her. But let me know if you're reading like the traditional Odyssey. Probably a breakfast burrito and maybe some leftovers too. I had leftover chili for breakfast this morning and it was so good. I made chili last night for the first time in forever because I think one of you guys had mentioned you were eating chili on sprints like last week. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that soon for sure. And it was delish. Okay, perfect. Just finished Red Rising. First of all, God tier. And now I'm starting Bravada Bride as a palette cleanser. Very nice. That sounds like such a good plan. First read of Bunny, reading the Emily Wilson translation too. I love that it's the first one done in full verse as well. Exactly. She did such a good job as well. I really need to pick up her version of the Iliad. Like, what a queen. She's like, all men translate this. Hi, hello, I'm stepping into the room. Like, I absolutely love that. I also meant to ask, have y'all had a favorite prompt that you got for the Readathon Rebellion so far? I feel like all of the prompts that I've got are so good, but I did get the social media scroll prompt for Readathon Rebellion, and that was probably my most stressful prompt to do. But thankfully, I didn't know what to do, whether I wanted to go on like TikTok and do a social media scroll or on Bookstagram. And I chose Bookstagram and it treated me very well. And so I'm just curious if you guys had a favorite prompt. I feel like Mel did such a good job with a range of prompts that were pretty easy to fulfill and then also to like match to different stuff for like a couple of different readathons that were going on this month. Favorite prompt was book Y. Book Y. I bet you hit enter too soon. It's going to be book that you something, something, something. I'm also thinking we're going to do a couple 45-minute sprints. We might do a longer one depending, but book you wouldn't want to read on a plane. Yeah, because you don't want someone to look over your shoulder. Because I read most of it in the airport, even though I didn't love the book. I was sad. That's like my biggest fear is reading something in public or like on a plane. Like, don't look over my shoulder at my Kindle. This is not your business. This is not your business. Here we go. You would be embarrassed on a plane. Yeah, that was a really good one. Hello. I'm doing some organizing and I did finish a book already today. So yay, I need to pick up another. Yeah, that was a really good one. Alrighty. We're going to jump into our first sprint. We'll start with 45 minutes and see how we feel. So I will see y'all in 45. Happy reading. Hello. Welcome back. How did everybody do? I actually forgot to notate the page that I started on, but I'm on page 296 of We Love You, Bunny. I wonder if I could finish this on sprints today. It's so good. I wish that I had reread Bunny before I started this one. I don't think it's like necessary, but like just for me to refresh like what happened. It's so good. Let me scroll back up. One. Wait, what? My boys are currently jumping and doing kicks on the couch. I took a video, but it's too large to send to you, Nat. The floor is lava. That was the best game to play when you were young. Let's be so honest. Welcome in. Hello. Just arrived, jumping in with first time caller. Had a blast at puppy yoga. Puppy yoga. That sounds so fun. They were so cute. Puppy snuggles and playing and only a little yoga done. Very nice. First Time Caller was such a fun read. I hope you love it. I feel like I've heard good things about that one. Hello. If you're just joining, please let us know what you're reading. Read 15%. Can't wait to watch the movie, The Oxford Year. I didn't know that was becoming a movie. Who's going to be in it? Wasn't long enough for me to read much, only a few pages. That's fair. 51 pages. Oh my gosh, that was really good. I ended up listening to the audio for Broken Bonds. How are those audiobooks? I feel like it's an interesting one for an audio. 64% through. Tidying. Want to pull out some Halloween decorations? As you should. Absolutely, as you should. I've had my Halloween decorations up since July. I basically took them out for Summerween and then never put them away. Missing one book for the prompts. Hello. Not sure if I'll read or catch up on BookTube. How's your slump going, Ray? Do you feel like you're in a better place? Watch an episode of your current anime and read a chapter of By the Horns. What's your current anime that you're watching? 50 minutes left of your audiobook, but it's a shorty. You will definitely be able to finish that. Made it to 61%. Also working on a sewing project. That sounds so cozy. Jumped in halfway, got a couple chapters of Alchemized. So many people are reading Alchemized. Oh my god. Is that like the loudest thing in the whole world? Hold on. Sorry, I'm lowering the volume. On 425 out of 836. Nat, what book are you reading again? That's so long. The best game. My kids love the Netflix show too. Just started The Raven Scholar for that sprint. I have been meaning to buy The Raven Scholar, and I don't know what it is. The Barnes that's like right by my house has one paperback copy that hasn't sold yet, and it's all bent and like gross, and the spine is like bumped up. And I'm waiting for them to get new paperback books of The Raven Scholar so that I can purchase it, and I want to read it. I actually did read. Perfect. And I will keep reading it. I'm glad that's working for you. The guy from Queen Charlotte and the girl from The Descendants. Oh. I was influenced to change my recommended by a friend to Bunny since I haven't read it yet. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's like dark comedic horror. Like you have to be able to find the humor in it. I think that these books are so freaking funny. And I do understand like We Love You, Bunny is sort of like an explanation, I would say, to how like surrealist Bunny is. Like you have to be okay with not understanding everything that's going on with Mona's writing. We Love You, Bunny, I feel like is almost like a different writing style from her. Like it is, but it isn't. It's still really darkly funny, but it's much more like coherent. Like you can understand what's happening. And so like I like it, but I like when she gets like weird with it too. Hello, welcome in. Reading Oathbringer, very nice. Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten, and it's a sweet little YA good time. Oh, cute. Oh, that's right. Horse Girl fantasy series. I recently saw, um, oh my gosh, what is her name? What is like the Ultimate Horse Girl series? And I'm not gonna be able to find it on my Goodreads now because whenever I want to come up with the name of a book, it entirely escapes me. But if I find it, I'll post it in the Discord. There's like a Horse Girl series, and it was recently compared to Wild Reverence, and I was like, oh no, I really want to read the Horse Girl books, but I didn't love Wild Reverence, and so that comparison really threw me. Made it almost to the end of Catabasis. Only 2 chapters left. Hot take since there's so many critical reviews, but you love it. I feel like that author can be pretty hit or miss for people. Like, I feel like her books are fairly divisive, but it's like if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't with her books. And sometimes those are the best ones. And I'm happy that you're getting it and loving it. I don't know how my slump is doing. I DNF'd a bunch of books earlier in the week and now have been scared to pick up a new book and just need to jump into something. That's fair. Also, DNFing something if you're not vibing with it is also very fair. Like I did that with Lucy Undying and with Robin on the Oak Throne. And it's really like the only thing is it's really disheartening. And then afterwards you're like, I'm so depressed that I didn't like this book that I want to start something else. But now I'm like in a 5-star, well, at least with these 2 books. I feel like these are both gonna be 5 stars for me. So you may pick something up and be like, this is what I was waiting for. You know what I mean? Bought the Illumicrate copy, but can't read that, so borrowed from my library. Why can't you read your Illumicrate copy? I think people are too harsh with R.F. Kuang, or they think it's something that it's not. Mm. Sometimes you have like certain expectations too going into a book, and then when it doesn't meet like what you had in your head that the book was going to be, then like you hate it. And so sometimes you just have to go into a book with an open mind and like let the author take you on the journey and not attach your own expectations to it. I still really need to read Babel. I think that R.F. Kuang's writing scares me. Like she's definitely an intimidating author for me. That it makes me scared. But I feel like I would enjoy the vibes of Babel. Her books are just quite heavy though. And the Poppy War like really traumatized me. So maybe that's why. DNF to Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. And it's hard to tell if I was in a reading mood, if I would like it, or if it was just boring. I mean, maybe just try something like completely different from what you've been reading and see if that works for you. Like, I feel like when I'm in a slump, if I really go outside of my normal books that I would lean towards, like outside of normal fantasy, outside of fantasy romance, I pick up like a horror or a thriller or something. It like really helps me. Catabasis is romantasy, and it's nowhere near a romantasy. I think that people are losing the plot with what romantasy is lately. Like, most books do have some type of romance subplot in them. That's like natural with storytelling. There's just going to be a romance in it, but that doesn't make it a romantasy. You know what I mean? I had to DNF the Poppy War, too many triggers for me. I ended up finishing it, but like there's literally one line of that book that is scarred into my brain that made me sob uncontrollably, and I was literally depressed. I know that I exaggerate a lot, but like it was the final book that I read of, I want to say like 2022, and I was literally depressed for a week and like couldn't pick up another book. And I was like, I can't continue with this series. Might enjoy it. It's not as dark as Poppy War. And the writing is digestible. Oh wow, those are not words that I thought would come along with R.F. Kuang's writing. Because I feel like she's so big-brained. October will be my manga and short book month, so that way I will not get into a slump. That's a fantastic idea. It's straight fantasy. Like, most fantasies do have even just a little bit of romance, not all of them, obviously, but, like, they're gonna have, like, a relationship in it. Like, I think of, what the heck is it called by Brandon Sanderson? The standalone book. Warbreaker? That had, like, romance present, but it was not a fantasy romance. Like, I just think that people a romantasy is it's a romance set in a fantasy. Like, the plot is the romance. It's set in a fantasy setting, and people don't understand. I might try a thriller. It's so hard because so many fantasies are coming out, and I have FOMO, but my brain just can't compute right now. I feel that. I totally understand that. It definitely misrepresents the book. Yeah, and then if someone picks it up going in thinking that it's gonna be a romantasy and they're like, "Oh my god, this is not that," then it's like, "Okay, well, you were misinformed." Totally. Give me all the paranormal romances, dude, I'm so excited. I feel like I've really been thriving with I would say vampire books in general, like, they're not all um paranormal romances with vampires, but vampire books have really been hitting for me this year more so than any other. I've probably read at least 5 of them between the end of August and into September. But I'm so excited for Soul Searching by Lila Sage. Give me another ghost, a good ghosty romance since we're not getting anything from oh my gosh, the author of Phantasma. I feel like the past 2 years we've had a Phantasma book to read in during spooky season, and this year we don't, and those are such good paranormal romances. I also wanna read some more, like, Wolfie books. Feel that way about rom-coms sometimes too. I just read Rewitched and it was good, but romance was way more of a subplot. Oh, that's interesting. I've had my eyeballs on Rewitched. I know R.F. Kuang calls this her most romantic book, and people took it too literal. That makes sense. People are like, "Romantic book? Oh, so it's romantasy." They really took a leap and a step. It was such a good book. It was such a good read, believing in your own magic. Oh, cute. It's not bad. Okay, she does a good job, but I've been spoiled by duet narrations and deaf favor those. Duet narrations are so good. Hello. Eating some potato soup, gorgeous, and decided trying to decide between Treachery of Swans and What Moves the Dead for my next read. Ooh. Good night, Tina. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I haven't picked up Treachery of Swans yet, even though I've wanted to read it for quite some time. I feel like it's gonna be a bit slower of a book. Like, I feel like the romance is gonna develop a little bit slower. But What Moves the Dead I have read and I loved it, and it's pretty short and it moves very, very quickly. So that might be a good one if you want something that's like fast. Definitely categorized as a fanware because she's a woman. If Sanderson had been the one, Elantris and Warbreaker would both be considered fantasy romance as well. Even though, like, Warbreaker, the romance is so minor. It's, like, absolutely insane. But that's an interesting thought. No, I haven't. I haven't read a lot of Wolfie books, to be quite honest. I never read Bride because I don't know if I vibe with Allie Hazelwood. I'm trying to think of other I mean, I've read Twilight. But I'm trying to think of other Wolfie books that I've read. Clearly not enough if I can't even think of one. I definitely don't own any. So, yeah, I need to work on that. Sequel's coming out soon. I think I want something faster paced for my rotted weekend brain. I would say definitely What Moves the Dead. It's very creepy too. If you like a creepy setting, I would say it's a little gothic too because it has to do with like a creepy house. I was very engaged with that book. I thought it was really fun. I've yet to read the sequel to it though. I know she came out with some other ones. The fake mate's getting a sequel. Stunning. I think you should try Bride after one of her books. You'll know if you like her writing and her humor. Well, I read oh God, I read one book by Ellie Hazelwood. It was I want to say a novella, and I like hated it. Oh, I tried The Love Hypothesis. I got halfway through and DNF'd it. Um, and then what was the other one that I read? I want to say it was Christmassy. Am I bald? Below Zero. Maybe I'll try Hot for Slayer by her, and that will be like my final. Oh, I think I listened to Under the Mistletoe, and I hated it. Yes, I agree with this run. The Mating Game in December. And you gave Bride 5 stars. Hmm. Yeah. This is interesting. I just wonder if she writes her paranormal romance different than she writes her. Like, did you find it had a different writing style? Let me know. Because I don't know if I like how she writes just like her romance in general. I don't know if I vibe with that. But I love theoretically. Hmm. I don't know. Contemporary romances are so like I don't read a lot of contemporary romances. They have to have something. Cowboy romance is the only exception to that for me. I don't know what it is. I love a cowboy. Enjoyed Love on the Brain. Read more of The Au Pair Affair by Tessa Bailey and picked up Starbucks for Claire and I. Very cute. It's very cute. Okay, we're gonna get into our second splint. I will see y'all in 45 minutes. Have fun. Hello. How did everybody do? I think I read about 40 pages. And still having a wonderful time. Are we enjoying our books? Also, did we eat any snacks? I got popcorn and it was delicious. I need this printed on a t-shirt. Ready to read my way into mental well-being is so funny. Also, the pigeon, what book are you reading to help you do so? Also, I don't know if Mel is still here, but hi, Mel. Happy birthday, Mel's mama. I hope you're having a good day. Oh my gosh, what book were you reading, bestie? I love that we're enjoying so many books. DNF'd WPA and finished Bunnicula, the graphic novel. Oh my gosh, how did you like it? It's been a while since I've read a graphic novel. 55 pages. I think next spring I'm going to start something short. Spy Family Volume 14, maybe. Gorgina. Oh my gosh. Made my toddler lunch and read 56 pages. Nicely done, Abby. Got a huge chunk of first time color done. Only 20 pages left to finish it. Oh my gosh. Okay, speedy readers over here. Another 15% and did some dusting. Read another book of The Odyssey and I'm loving it, but I have to switch to Bunny for a change of pace. I love that you're switching between, those are two iconic books to be reading at the same time. It's really incredible. Just picked up Alchemized, but I'm finishing up The Ninth Reign. I don't know if Alchemized is going to read you into a state of mental well-being, bestie. It might be the opposite. But I love that for you. Only got to 62%. My dad called and my boyfriend got home from work debating whether or not to have a pumpkin spice cupcake. Why would you not have a pumpkin spice cupcake? What is the argument against having a pumpkin spice cupcake? I think you need that. I got a pumpkin matcha this morning and it was so good. Absolutely delicious. Hello, almost finished with Frankenstein. Been listening to the audiobook and really enjoying it. Slay. Oh, that's right. A Touch of Golden Madness. Made it through 30%. You were on like a massive streak. Your reading is crazy. I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish Bunny on sprints today. That might be a stretch, but the sprints have been really helpful. Like I feel like I'm really locking in. Every time we sit down for a sprint, usually I lollygag and like walk around and do random things, but I'm actually like reading when we're sprinting, which is good. Very nice. Read more in The Shining and The Au Pair Affair. Started something like Love by Beverly Jenkins. Did some book logging and administrative things for the magical readathon. Administrative things is so funny. And also had some mac and cheese and it was delicious. Did you have orange mac and cheese? Did you have white mac and cheese? It was really cute. I was reading it with my son, but he decided it was too scary for him. Oh no. No clue what it's about? Oh my gosh. Bestie, it's like very, very, very dark. Also finished Redeeming Six today. Read for almost 12 hours today. That's crazy. I'm about halfway through. I have started pausing my timer. I did end up sleeping last night for the 24-hour readathon I'm doing. I stayed up until about midnight. And I have 12 hours and 31 minutes left, but I wanted to like get more reading done than what I would have been able to had I not like stopped the timer. You know what I mean? I'm trying to finish like 2 books in 24 hours. Hi, Joni. What you up to? Made it to 50% in Void Walker. Eat every cupcake. That's always the answer. Trying to eat better. Okay, but like one little sweet treat during the day isn't going to hurt anything. Made it to 16% of What Moves the Dead. How are you liking it? Was it it was what oh, the protein. I love Goodles. That's like my new favorite mac and cheese brand because it has like the protein in it and it doesn't taste funky. Like it tastes like Annie's mac and cheese. They also came out with new flavors. They have a habanero cheddar flavor, I think is what it is. It's not as spicy as I would like it to be. Like it's not as flavorful, but it's so good. And what was the other one that I tried? I think they have like a truffles one, which was also really good. Have been sleeping pretty much all day and going to read Moonflow. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good when you told us about it. I'm glad you've been sleeping. Yes, it's actually good. That's why I stopped the timer. I actually want to see how much I can read when I read for 24 hours straight. Yes. If I were staying up all night, then like I wouldn't have done the timer method, but I started at 3 p.m. yesterday. And it just like you sleep for 8 hours and you lose so much reading time. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to at least finish these two and then potentially if I have any extra time on the clock, I'm going to switch back to reading The Shadow Princess because I only just started that book when I then switched to a couple others. Goodles. It was a banger, and I've been trying all the flavors for myself. I love how many flavors they have. Like, I feel like every time I go to Target, I see a new one that I haven't tried yet. Oh, really? I also love Annie's. Hell yeah. Did you know, fun fact, that every time you say this book title, you have to say Diavola, and you can't say it any other way? That's just the rules. It's really weird. It's like an Italian takes over your soul. Yes. I'm intrigued to find out what's going on with these peeps. Yeah, there are funky things going on. Very funky. I saw a hot honey protein mac and cheese at Aldi's. Interesting. I guess I've been thinking about it. Try it and let us know how you feel about it. Hot honey protein mac and cheese. I wonder how like sweet it would be from the honey. But I feel like if honestly, I feel like if you mixed jalapenos in with mac and cheese, like if you did want something more spicy, that would be really good. Truly. No, actually. But I am really happy with what I've read so far this weekend. I'm realizing that I'm not a fast reader. Like, I think I used to read faster, and I don't know if it's my focus has just deteriorated over time. Because I definitely used to be able to sit down and read for literal hours without wanting to get up, and now I feel much more like fidgety. I'm also thinking about getting like a fidget toy type thing. So if you guys have any that you like, please let me know. Because I feel like when I'm reading and when I'm focusing, I tend to like fidget and like play with my hands and like do stupid stuff. Eldritch and City of Lies and Legends left afterward, but I doubt I'll finish any of these before the timer goes off. They're very chunky. I think like the issue, not like issue, but when I used to do 24-hour readathons so much, but also the books that I wanted to read were so much shorter. And now that a lot of the books that I want to read are at least 500 pages or more, or if I'm like continuing series, like all of the series that I want to read now are like 700 pages, it makes me want to do a 24-hour reading challenge less because I'm like, well, I'll be able to finish like one book in 24 hours and this is a huge book. But I feel like my brain associates 24-hour readathons with reading as many books as possible. So like, I don't know. Diavola. I need everything hot honey. I'm obsessed with that flavor lately. I love it on pizza, like a pepperoni pizza with hot honey and jalapenos. Or even like a margarita pizza, like a fresh margarita pizza drizzled with hot honey. Fidget toys saves lives. If you guys have any good ones that you've liked, like, can you please let me know? Because I don't have any, but lately on my Instagram, and these advertising cookies know what they're doing. Um, there's been this company that's being advertised to me lately, and now I won't be able to find it, of course. Specs. It's called getspecs.com, and they look like they have some cool ones. They have these like magnetic beads that look super duper cool. And then they also have like squishy like memory gel stress ball thingies, and I'm like, maybe I need one of those. So I have a charm on my Kindle I fidget with while I read. If I have a pop socket, which I don't right now on my Kindle, but whenever I have a pop socket, I'm always like playing with the pop socket. Same. I'm not a fast reader either. But you've like read so much. I'm like halfway through two books and you're like finished three books. Not that it's like a race, but like to be honest, I did switch between audio and immersive and eyeball reading today. Otherwise, I would not have been able to. That's true. I haven't really been immersive reading. I've done it a little bit with The Second Death of Locke. But with We Love You, Bunny, I've been enjoying reading it with my eyeballs so much. I think maybe what it is that I have recently switched back to eyeball reading a lot of books and I'm having so much fun with it, which is great because for the longest time it was only audiobooks for me, audiobooks or immersive reading, but like I basically couldn't read without some type of audio. And now that I'm reading with my eyeballs, I'm getting so much more into the books that I'm reading, but I get in my head about that I'm like being slow. Hail! No, we just got like a ton of rain, which was so nice. It was really beautiful. Now I want pizza. It's delicious. Ooh, playing with a crochet hook is good. Yeah, I have had my, because I've been annotating, I have been playing with my marker. I want that jelly looking fidget thing. I just looked up the spec site. Yes, the jelly one looks so cool, but the bead one looks really cool too. Yeah, I don't know. I can't decide because they're sort of like, I mean, not like expensive, but they're like 20 bucks or more. I don't know. I'll probably get one and try it. Eyeball reading is superior, but sometimes we just need that audiobook break. Absolutely. I only had 100 pages left from the first and read 25% of Redeeming before, so I basically read one book in 12 hours. That makes sense. I'm such a slow reader. Don't stress it. Okay, thank you. I don't know why I put so much pressure on myself to read fast sometimes. Like, it's not a race, it's about enjoying the book, you know? Two sounds more motivating, so so I go with it. I love that I've gotten into reading journals because it's great for when I listen to audiobooks. Totally. Crocheting or knitting and or journaling, reading journaling is so nice when you're listening to an audiobook. I listen to audiobooks fast, physically read slow unless it's cowboy romance. No, truly. I feel like I've been in my fantasy bag a lot recently, and those I just naturally have to read a lot slower. If I'm reading a horror or if I'm reading a thriller or a romance, I tend to read those faster, I think. But those aren't like my go-tos, you know? I'm so jealous. I feel like Tucson gets a lot more rain than we do in Phoenix. Even like the East Valley gets a lot more rain, I think, than we do. Like sometimes it just misses us entirely, and then I'll find out that on the east side it's raining, which is so rude. I don't have any fidget toys, but I really want the fidget rings. I like the ones that click. Fidget rings. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I agree. You know what I saw that I thought would be such a good like fidget toy also on Instagram. Maybe Instagram is influencing my wants at this moment. It was like a D&D thing. Instead of having dice, it was this like almost like a little makeup compact, but you flipped it open and there were three on each side when you opened the compact, and they were these like spinner wheels, but it was to represent a D20, a D12, a D10, like different dice, and you could spin it and it would like give you your outcome. And I was like, first of all, that's really cool so that you don't have to like lose your dice if you're someone who loses your dice a lot. And it could be a cool like fidget toy to spin those things. Yes, I have popcorn. It's chili lime flavored popcorn. It's really delicious. This year I was a crazy person with all the books I read. My number one goal for next year is to read slower and take my time. I think that's a good goal. Sometimes tracking, making your reading goal instead of reading a certain number of books, doing like a page number or like setting your book goal a little bit lower and then having a page goal could be a good idea. Fantasy has to be read slowly, especially at the beginning. I feel like I can find my stride with fantasy, but in the beginning, when we're setting up the world and we're meeting characters, and when I'm trying to figure out how to say everybody's gosh darn name because they're all so different than what I'm used to, I'm like, okay, I have to read this a little bit slower. Sometimes when I eyeball read, I feel like it takes me forever to finish it, so I switch to immersive to make progress. I agree, but then there's sometimes that I really like how I'm reading it in my own head. Like I almost got the audiobook for We Love You Bunny, but then I was like, I am enjoying how I'm reading their bitchy voices in my own head. I don't want someone else to like influence how they're coming across to me in my own brain. You know what I mean? About an inch and a half. I saw that there was some major flooding in some areas. Because it's been raining. I heard that it was supposed to rain more today, but I think it like missed us. I made mine this year quality over quantity, and it's helped me get more 4 and 5 stars. It's a really good point. That's a really good point. Okay, darlings, we're gonna jump into another sprint. We'll probably have time for one more after this one. So this will not be our last. I've been really into turning off all the lights and immersion reading with my Kindle. I feel like I read better at night when everything's like quieter. I feel like during the day when I have like other things on my mind, I don't read as well. Had some really excellent months of reading this year, except this month. Oh no. Same. Some narrators are just not how I imagine the characters, or like it's just better in your head. You know what I mean? Like they might do a really good job. It's not that it's a bad audiobook. It's just that like my head is better than you could ever read it to me at this point, especially if you started with eyeball reading and you have that like established in your brain. Maybe, but storms usually move east or north. So we'll see. Nighttime reading is the best reading, truly. I read a lot of other duds this month I picked. Oh no. I don't read as much during the day, depending on how many energy the puppy has. That's true too. You're like, if I take my eyes off you for 1 second, I know you're gonna get into trouble. Brain cinema on, please. That's what I'm calling it from now on. Supposed to rain here tomorrow. I'm so excited because it's the best weather for reading. Totally. 100,000%. Honestly, reading when it's snowing is also a vibe because everything gets very like quiet, but rain is preferred and it never snows where I live. So rain in Mesa around 9. That's what I'm saying. You guys got all the rain. Hi, bestie. How are you? What are you up to? We do brain cinema reading from now on, not eyeball. Exactly. Okay. I'm probably gonna order a fidget toy on this next sprint because now I really want one. Okay. I'll see y'all in 45. Sorry, all the rain. See you in 45. Hello, welcome back. How was that sprint for everybody? This book is it's getting so intense. I mean, it's been intense the whole time, but like I'm really having a wonderful time. I read, let's see, maybe like 35 pages about. I'm debating making some chicken nuggets. Took a nap. A little nap sprint never hurt anybody. Let's be honest. Read 80 pages and finished your book. Very nice. Sometimes scrolling on your Kindle is the best way to find a book. Picked a book, listened to some of the songs on the playlist to set the vibe, and read a whole 2 pages before bedtime, so you know some progress. Oh my gosh. I hope that you enjoy the book. What did you end up picking up on your Kindle? Oh, it's so satisfying. You were blessed. The sprint at 40%. Also at 40%, got distracted that sprint, and that's fine. As long as you have a couple good focus sprints, I think you're due for a break sprint. Did 0 reading, but did enjoy drinking an iced latte and a social media scroll. Gorgeous. Did you also get a pumpkin latte, Claire? 40 more pages, and so you mean you're gonna go to bed next sprint? Finish first time caller and trying to figure out your next read with no options yet. Very fair. Do you think that you'll switch genres? 16% of the 10 riddles of Earth. Quicksilver. A third of the way through your book. Switch to audiobook so you can make dinner. What are you making for dinner? Tonight, Ross and I are going to sushi, and I'm so excited. We're going plant shopping after sprints today, because he killed one of my plants. And I wanted to get another one, and I'm so sad about it because it was such a pretty plant. So we're going to go plant shopping, and then we're going to go for sushi. And I'm so excited. No reading, but grading papers. 74% into pumpkin spice cafe. And you ate the pumpkin spice cupcake. We were all on the edge of our seat, Nicole, hoping you would eat it. If it makes you happy. The cover screams fallen. It said 1997. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I think I'm on a journey to try to recreate the autumnal vibes of the 90s. I was looking for, I don't know where people are getting their VHS TVs. You know how people are putting those in their kitchens and then thrifting VHSs? I don't ever see those at thrift stores, at least not the last like 3 that I've gone to. But I've been debating getting a small TV that has a DVD player in it. Because we have actually still a bunch of DVDs from favorite movies. I have all of the Studio Ghibli movies on DVD. And then when Ross got his new Xbox and he sold his old one, the new Xbox doesn't even take discs anymore. So we lost our DVD player. So I'm like, it would be nice. And then we could keep collecting DVDs, and that would be really fun. Lay down for 10 minutes and got 30% into The Eye of the Bedlam Bride, DCC number 6, and 40% into The Shining. Dungeon Crawler Carl, are there 8 books in that series total? Also, is it finished? Will there be more books coming out? Try to read a little more in bed, but it can vary between 2 and 20 pages. And we'll fall asleep before sprint end. Well, night-night. He does feel bad. It was a plant that likes really low light, and so in our bedroom, like, we always have the blinds closed. Not that it's, like, dark in here. Like, the blinds are closed right now. We get, like, a lot of indirect light, so it likes indirect light, and there was one day that he came in here to fold laundry, and he, like, opened the shades so that it was full afternoon sun, and this plant just, like, shriveled up. It burned all of the leaves. I tried to bring it back to life. To no avail. And I think it's time to just call it, which is really sad. Chicken so you can slice it and add it to a salad. Nice. Because our Wi-Fi is hit or miss in the country, so we've been trying to collect DVDs at yard sales and thrift stores. Yeah, like I feel like you can find a lot of VHSs, but I feel like DVDs are a little bit more common to find. Yeah, especially kids' movies. That it would be really nice. And I feel like, okay, I don't know if this is weird, but with streaming services like Netflix or like any of the streaming services, Ross and I will sit down to watch a movie and then we're like looking through one of them, like Peacock, for example, and we're like, okay, maybe we'll watch this or this. And then he's like, okay, well, let's just check like Amazon Prime or like Amazon Video. And then we go through that and we're like, yeah, maybe this or this. And then we look through Netflix and we're like, okay, maybe this or this. And then we can't pick. And it's like, there's just like too many options that it takes us literally 30 minutes to pick a movie. And I feel like if we had DVDs, then it's like, okay, what should we watch that we haven't like watched yet or watched recently? And it would help to like narrow down the options. Maybe we just have a lot of trouble picking and deciding. 7 right now, the 8th is coming out next spring, and it's supposed to be a 10-book series. Oh, okay. Plants can be so dramatic. They can, but I've been trying to bring this back to life for like a month now and to no avail. Like I've pruned it. I've tried to, it's just really sad looking. She was so pretty. Love physical media. I also love being able to own DVDs. We have 2 Blu-ray players. I also still have a working TV VCR combo. Yeah, I want like a VHS player. If I find one, I would get one. I've also seen, I forget what her name is on TikTok, but she's like, I'm trying to give my kid the 90s experience. And she put like a VHS TV player in her kid's like playroom. He's like a toddler. But she had a really good point where like if you have kids with a VHS, you can control what they're seeing. Like if they're on YouTube or something, they might get onto content that you like don't want them to like look at. And I was like, that's actually a really good point. Also, there's nothing like having to rewind a VHS to watch it. It's so good. You went yard selling today, and prices are so hit or miss because they had Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, but they were $10, and I'm kind of cheap. Well, you're getting like a used thing, like $10. That's kind of crazy. Ooh, Harrow the Ninth. I love old media. If you look on YouTube, they have like not compilations, but like it'll be like a 2 or a 3-hour video on YouTube of like all of the Goosebumps season 1 and then all of the Goosebumps season 2, or even remember like the not movie marathons, but like Halloween marathons that like Cartoon Network would have or like Nickelodeon would have. They have really old cartoons and they have some of the old they have the old commercials in there as well. And I've been watching those on YouTube lately. I really love them. It's so like nostalgic. You got vanilla, but I love it so much. I switched between that and pumpkin spice in the fall. Today the matcha that I got was 3 pumps of vanilla and 1 pump of pumpkin, because sometimes I feel like the pumpkin can be overwhelming. Ooh, you probably hit it at a good time. I feel like now that it's becoming more popular, it might be hard to find like the good DVDs when you go thrifting because other people are going to be looking at them. Yeah, totally. Whereas old movies are slow and more relaxing. Absolutely. Some of the stuff too, like, is very overstimulating. Not like we didn't have overstimulating shows like when I was growing up. Like SpongeBob is such an overstimulating show and I literally loved it so much. But I feel like you can find less stimulating things like Little Bear and Franklin the Turtle and Bear in the Big Blue House. Like those were so comforting. I still have all my Disney and childhood VHSs. You're so lucky. I probably have at least 50 DVDs. I remember like my mom went through this big I don't know, like unhoarding time where she had a lot of that stuff, but like we were teenagers and we were going to college and we weren't using it and like we didn't want it. We had nowhere to put it. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna start selling this stuff. And she sold off a lot of it to like big brother, big sister. And now I'm like, wait, but I want it now. Ooh, very nice. We just watched Barbie Princess and the Pauper, and I'm so sad my mom got rid of all the movies. I'm slowly trying to collect them back. Barbie Rapunzel literally convinced me that I was going to be a painter. And we had I forget if it was the VHS, maybe it was the DVD, because I think I remember watching it on our family computer in the basement. And they had like extras, and it was like a painting thing. And I was like, Mom, I'm going to be a painter when I grow up. I'm going to be like Rapunzel. We go to the library and check out the kids' movies. I feel like it feels like going to Blockbuster when I was a kid. Oh my God, Blockbuster. Back in the day when commercials were so cool and so fun to watch. Truly. Show me an ad today and I suffer. I'm I'm saying. I'll try to find a link during our next sprint for like those old. There's a bunch of like Halloween ones that are on my YouTube feed right now because that's what I've been like going towards and I really love them. So if you want some nostalgia. Are you afraid of the dark? That actually used to scare me. I like couldn't watch that all the way through because I got really scared. Extra shot of 80s and 90s commercials. Oh my God, did they have just the commercials? That's so funny. I still have like jingles from like the 90s and early 2000s, like 800 588 2300 Empire Today. Like those jingle writers knew what they were doing. Can I remember a single commercial that I see now? No. The way that they completely got rid of jingle writing as a profession, like RIP to those people, because I used to wake up, or the Stanley carpet cleaner one. I still remember all of these commercials. Just name the best ones. Watch Bear in the Big Blue House before bedtime and she loves it because the moon's name is Luna. So they think I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna cry. That's so cute. That is so cute. All the old Disney VHS tapes at my parents' house. I also love the grainy look of them. The grainy look is so good. I was actually listening to what audiobook was it? It was for Riftwalker. You know the old vampire series that I'm reading that was published in like 2010? I really like it because there's some moments when there's like a pause in the audio because they're starting like a new chapter and there's like static in the background a little bit. Like it's not complete silence like, the current ones are where they have it in like a whole soundproof booth and whatever. And I really like the grainy sound of the audiobook. It's not noticeable, like it's not like bad quality when you're listening to the narrator's voice, but like when there's pauses, you just hear a little bit of like background noise. And it hit me, when was I last listening to it? Like a couple days ago, because I finished it a couple days ago. I was like, wait, this is really nice. I actually like this. I'm definitely a low-key hoarder. I still have my Beanie Babies. The only thing she got rid of that I went no was my Pokemon cards. Oh my gosh. I saw a video of this girl who was like, when I went through my crafty phase, when she went through her crafty phase, she started making resin like cup holders and resin like art pieces out of her old Pokemon cards. And now she was like crying about it because she was like, these are so expensive if I had not done this. And she sold them for like $5. And I don't know how much they are because she didn't post like what they would be now, but I was like, listen, how could you have known? When I was little, my dad would take me every Friday to the video store to rent Rainbow Bright. We used to go to Blockbuster too. We would get a movie for Friday night, and then my dad would take us to Borders on Saturday to pick out a new book, which is really cute. I'm the person that watched Unsolved Mysteries with Robin Stack in the dark. Oh my gosh, you're so brave. You're so brave. The Sears air conditioning commercial where the husband says, I'll call now. Yes, I do remember that. I do remember that. Berries and cream. classic. That is such a classic. Like commercials now could never. The haircut, the outfit, like I remember everything about that that commercial. He was for Skittles, right? Was he a Skittles commercial? I said I remember everything about it, and then I can't remember what the commercial is for. I'm stuck on I'm stuck on Band-Aid brand because Band-Aid stuck on me. How about the oh my god, what's the flea and tick one with the little puppy? Hello, mother. Hello, father. Fleas and ticks now really bother. Can we have a sprint where we just watch old commercials? Miss the days of recording movies and TV onto a VHS to watch later. Oh my god, do you remember? I have one of the cartoon Flintstone movie recorded on VHS back when ABC Family had movie nights on Friday night. Yes, I totally remember that. Hi, Cameron. Miss you guys. Life has been busy lately. Think I'm gonna game for a little bit. Nice. What are you gonna game? I'm so happy to see you. My brother-in-law has several Pokemon cards that, if graded as P10, are worth thousands of dollars. Holy moly. So many core racing unlocked in the sprint. Starburst. Oh my god, that's right. They were Starburst. I feel shame. You can shame me. I'm sorry that I said it was Skittles. Starburst, Skittles, one or the other. All the time. Nat is better than all of us, and she has bragging rights. The Mentos commercial. I don't think I remember off the top of my head. Mentos commercials? Can't wait to show you. It was so cute. Ooh, Mario Kart. Mario Kart's fun. As long as you have, for me, it's not fun unless you have other people to play with, but then I always get mad because I always lose. So I don't love to play that one. Mentos the Fresh Maker. That one's not ringing any bells for me. Remember the old look? Yes. The Wendy's girl used to be really cute in the commercials. There was one that a new dad calls his dad collect and gives the operator the name of a dummy. It's a boy. The guy on the bench with a wet paint. Okay, I have to look up the Mentos commercials because these really are not like ringing any bells for me. Taco Bell was so good. Was so good. Okay, I have homework because I need to look up the Mentos commercials. And we're going to do another sprint. I'm trying to decide. Yes, this will be our last one. This will be our last sprint. We're going to do 30 minutes. What a wonderful relief it is. What was there was a Pepto-Bismol one that was like the worst lyrics. Maybe I've blocked it from my memory, but I like sort of remember it. Bump in the Night, Earthworm, Jim, Alf. Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna send a link for the nostalgic stuff I've been watching, but let me change this timer to 30 minutes. And I just want to get started so that we have a little bit of time to yap afterwards. Yes, I think that's it, Nat. It was like a song. Okay. I will see y'all in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. Hello, friends. Welcome back. How did we do on that last one? I have less than 100 pages left of We Love You, Bunny. So I'm definitely going to finish that tonight and then hoping to make some good progress on Second Death of Walk. But I do have to run because Ross and I are going to go plant shopping and then we're going to go get sushi. And I have to go get changed. I need to watch this. Hold on. I need to copy this I need to copy this URL to watch this Pepto-Bismol commercial. Oh, interesting. Oh my god. The goosebumps are like actually so scary. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Crazy things are happening. Yeah, that gets crazy. Oh, so sweet. I hope they have fun. I read a couple chapters of Ashes and the Starker's King. Nice. I hope you're liking it. Put off reading to make rosemary cheddar scones. Oh my gosh, that sounds heavenly. When I wanted them, oh my gosh. I feel like the food that we talk about on sprints, I'm like, that's what I want. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. There will be, I think there's sprints tomorrow at some point, question mark, question mark. But check the Instagram for all of the updated information. And I will see y'all soon. Bye.